Let's talk about Bellevue in Nashville, Tennessee. So Bellevue is a very popular suburb of Nashville because it's close to downtown, but it's more affordable homes. Let's get into it. So like I said, Bellevue is about 15 miles outside of downtown Nashville. You have like a 20-minute commute, and it's one of the easier commutes into downtown Nashville. It is 37221 is the zip code whenever you're searching, and both I-40 and Highway 70 run directly through the area. So you've got easy access to downtown and other surrounding areas. And the three main exits are Old Hickory Boulevard, Bellevue, and McCrory Lane. The housing stock in Bellevue ranges from a $200,000 condo to a $2 million plus house. And we'll break those down into segments so you can think about what it is that might be appealing for your budget. Let's start at the high end. The $1 to $2 million plus would be in a place called Stevens Valley, which is a master plan development. It's new construction. It's actually technically part in Williamson County, part in Davidson County, but it is functionally in Bellevue. You have pickleball courts, tennis courts, pools, walking trails, sidewalks, underground utilities, like everything that comes with a brand new development. All the houses are new, they're gorgeous. You have some really nice, like 3,000 square foot, that would be probably around 1.1 million or more. And you go on up, I think their high water mark right now is maybe 2.3 is the top end of their housing stock in Stevens Valley. But when you drive through it, it just, it feels like it just rolled off a movie set. Everything is beautiful, it's nicely landscaped, it's a lovely community. There are some lower priced product like the townhomes or some flats, and so you have an ability to get in there if you want a connected home, and you'd be more in like the $600,000 range for something like that. Many, if not most, of the houses for sale in Bellevue are single family homes with at least 3 bedrooms built in the late 1990s to early 2000s. You'll find somewhere between 2,000 and 3,000 square feet, and most are in developments that have community pools, cul-de-sac lots, and a playground. So neighborhoods that you'll look at will be things like Traceside and Riverwalk, Poplar Creek Estates, Avondale Park. These are all large developments, and they frequently have inventory for sale. One thing that I want you to keep in mind when you're looking in Bellevue, there are parts of this area that are in the FEMA floodplain. So if you see a house and you think, oh man, that's a fantastic deal, I'm going to jump on that, chances are that house is in the floodplain. So that's going to be something that affects your homeowner's insurance, and that might be just a complete deal breaker for you. So before you fall in love, make sure you ask your agent or me, like, hey, what's the deal with this? And that's one of the first things I always check when I'm looking at houses in Bellevue. I check to see if it is in the floodplain, because that absolutely makes a difference whether or not somebody's going to buy it. Let's look at the most affordable end of the inventory in Bellevue, and that's $200,000 to $400,000 townhomes and condos. You can still get a small 2-bedroom condo or townhouse in Bellevue for in the 200s at developments like the Westfield or Coronado. They're a little older, and they have that inventory, and you can absolutely go find those, any day of the week. Places like River Plantation or River Bridge offer a slightly larger townhome, and those are going to start in the 300s. Again, be sure to check if the floodplain status on this means it's in the floodplain in one of those townhome developments. Because, for instance, River Plantation is a huge development built in the 80s, and part of it is in the floodplain and part of it's not. So you want to make sure you check on that before, again, you fall in love with something there. Newer townhomes on slightly higher ground are going to start in the 400s and include places like Eagles Ridge and Bellevue Commons. Parks and activities. If you love being close to nature, Bellevue is the natural choice for you, and I totally intended that pun. I'm going to own it. More than 60% of Bellevue is in a protected land conservation, so there's just tons of open space. Bellevue is home to 2 of the largest parks in the Nashville area, Edwin Warner Park and Percy Warner Park, which are collectively known as Warner Parks. These 2 parks cover over 2,600 acres, making them the second largest municipal parks in the state. There are activities there like hiking trails, biking trails, cross-country courses, picnic areas, golf courses, and even equestrian centers. There are several other parks in Bellevue, many of which are located along the Harpeth River. The Harpeth River is a defining feature of this area, and it's great. The Harpeth River Greenway features this nice rural greenway along the river, and it has like a boardwalk overlooking the water. And then the meandering Harpeth River is also appropriate for beginners to advanced paddlers People can bring their own canoe or kayak, or you can rent one from one of the local outfitters in and around Bellevue. And it's a really fun way to spend an afternoon. If you're looking for things to do in Bellevue with kids, check out Red Caboose Park. It's super fun. Has this large playground and actually a big red train caboose. And it has equipment for children of all ages. It's also the site of the Bellevue Community Picnic, which is held every spring and includes things like rides and food trucks and live music. It's really great fun. You'll also find the Ford Ice Center in Bellevue. This opened in 2019, and the Ford Ice Center is a twin rink ice skating facility with a bar and a restaurant. It has open skate and hockey leagues. It also has an outdoor hockey rink located at the Bellevue Family Y, and it was built in partnership with the Nashville Predators, our beloved NHL team. And last but not least is the Bellevue YMCA. I personally love this Y because it has an indoor pool that has like walk-in access for little kids. It has this great big whale fountain, which is really fun, and these big slides. And truthfully, my favorite feature about it is the hot tub is right next to the indoor pool. So my husband can be in the pool with our 3-year-old, and I can go like hang out in the hot tub for a minute, and then we can switch. So everybody gets to have fun. There are also tons of exercise classes at this Y, and there's a sauna as well. So it's a really nice newer Y, and it's an asset to the community, absolutely. Shopping and dining. I never want to live too far from a grocery store. I have a small child, and that just is a non-negotiable for me. And Bellevue has 2 chains that I really like. One is Publix, and Bellevue has 2 Publix stores, one in Bellevue Center and one in Harpeth Village. And there's also a Sprouts Farmers Market, which is kind of like their version of Whole Foods, and that's in Bellevue Center. A few popular restaurants include the Loveless Cafe, which is famous. It's a big tourist attraction. They make an amazing breakfast. They are famous for their biscuits. I highly recommend it. They have DeSano's Pizza, which is wood-fired pizza, and it's fantastic. Honey Fire Barbecue, Victor's Taco Shop, and Vino Gumbo are some others. For all things retail, One Bellevue Place is this huge new lifestyle center with a movie theater, coffee shops, hotel, restaurants, retail. If you want to go to TJ Maxx Home Goods or PetSmart or the nail salon or a yoga class, all of these businesses are right there in One Bellevue Place. It's really nice. It's all centrally located. Let's talk about schools. A lot of families choose Bellevue because there are a lot of good school options. Metro public schools in the area are elementary schools, Harpeth Valley and Gower. And for middle school, you have Bellevue Middle, which is a magnet school. And then for high school, you have the brand new, built in 2023, James Lawson High School, which is located nearby in Westmead. It's a $150 million school. It has state-of-the-art athletics and arts facilities. It's a beautiful facility, and it's a real asset to have that brand new high school right zoned for Bellevue. On the private school front, you have a few options as well. You have Nashville Christian, which is a private college preparatory school that serves students from 6 weeks to 12th grade. And then you have Ensworth, which is a premier private school. It has kindergarten through 12th grade. It's a co-educational independent school. The average class size is 16 students, and there is a 9-to-1 student-teacher ratio here. And the athletic facilities are incredible. My personal take on Bellevue, I'll tell you about the places that my family frequents. We love Warner Park Nature Center. There's a creek to splash in. There's this really neat natural playground. We go to the indoor pool at the Y, like I mentioned, and we go to Cheekwood Botanical Gardens. They have this train exhibit that is just pure magic, and they also do this Tot Time program in the summer, and it's amazing with crafts and story times, and it runs every day in the week. Another spot that we go to a lot that's not like super fun or sexy is the Bellevue Recycling Center, which is not an entertainment venue by any stretch, but it is a good place to get rid of your Amazon box collection. Always remember that all the stats, the data, the housing prices, anything else mentioned in this is always subject to change, and it's provided merely as an example at the time of this. You're welcome to reach out to me directly so I can give you like up-to-date, up-to-minute market data about what's going on in Bellevue in the housing market. I helped around 40 families last year buy and sell in Nashville, and if you enjoyed this video, I'd love to help you. Please reach out. My contact info is below.